Okay, good.
Hello.
So it's got to get you that we can hear you, Jane.
I just unmuted myself. Does
Gotcha.
that...
Yes, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
Jane says that she is here, but she cannot hear anything. And I also see that her camera is turned off, but she said in the chat that she's here.
I can hear now.
Oh, now she can hear. Okay, good.
Hello.
So it's got to get you that we can hear you, Jane.
I just unmuted myself. Does
Gotcha.
that...
Yes, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
Jane says that she is here, but she cannot hear anything. And I also see that her camera is turned off, but she said in the chat that she's here.
I can hear now.
Oh, now she can hear. Okay, good.
Hello.
So it's got to get you that we can hear you, Jane.
I just unmuted myself. Does
Gotcha. Yes, there you are. Hi. But she cannot hear anything. Is turned off, but she said in the here.
I can hear now.
She can hear. It's got to get you.
This is like Groundhog Day. Everything is repeated over and over.
Gotcha. Yeah. There you are. I'm wondering if someone has the other, like the YouTube video playing in the background, because there might be a few minutes lag. If you can make sure you have turned off the YouTube video connection, everybody.
This is
So
like
we're not hearing
Groundhog
that.
Day. Everything is repeated over and over.
I'm wondering if someone has the...
Hi, everybody. It's just Mark here. So it sounds like that somebody might have a YouTube stream open in the back. If anybody was watching that on YouTube and was unmuted while they were talking, it just sounded like there was like double sound. So I think somebody might have the stream open, and so it's kind of coming through that way. Hi, everybody. It's just Mark here. So it sounds like that somebody might have a YouTube stream open in the back. If anybody was watching that on YouTube and was unmuted while they were talking, it just sounded like there was like double sound. So I think somebody might have the stream open, and so it's kind of coming through that way.
Mm-hmm.
Here. So it sounds like that somebody might have a YouTube watching that on YouTube and was unmuted while they were talking. It just sounded like there was like double sound. So I think somebody might be so it's kind of coming through that way. So it sounds like that somebody might have a YouTube watching that on YouTube and was unmuted while they were talking. So it's just kind of so it sounds like
I'm going to leave and come back so I can shut everything down in case it's me.
so it sounds like So we'll see if that helps. I'm not too sure where that recorded sound was coming from. That's really odd.
So Jane is right. It was her, right? It's not happening now.
Yeah, I think she must have had it's really weird because it was repeating. So that's why I'm like, was it really YouTube? I'm thinking like, yeah, she might have had a stream open and a tab that she wasn't aware of or something like that. Or it could have been just a kind of a glitch. But we'll hopefully when she comes back on, it'll fix the issue.
Mark, you're getting the message from the cart?
I am. Yeah, I just assigned the captioning privileges, so that they should be sorted out now.
Okay, good. We'll just wipe that message. Sorry to the captioner and to everyone who relies on the captioning. I think that was a glitch, Tracy. What do you think?
Absolutely, because and I think I think usually when everything happens, it's my fault. So I was checking on Zoom to get the link to tell people to join on Zoom, because the link that was connected with here wasn't like working. Somebody told me. So anyways, I had it open and then I closed it when I realized there was an echo, but it kept happening. So I think maybe both of us had it open. Because it was like Groundhog Day, right? We were hearing this last little bit of conversation over and over.
It's going to be a really cool musical effect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what kind of music. It would be very modern, same field.
Yeah.
I texted her and told her we'll let her back in now if she behaves herself.
Well, I don't know. Behavior is optional.
You are.
It doesn't last long.
How come you're on there twice?
Because I'm you right now.
Oh, right now you're me. Right.
Yep. Right. So the other thing that I remember from your description of being in a manual wheelchair. I mean, yeah.
Of course you can.
I was in school before there were electric wheelchairs, or at least. Oh, okay. Gabrielle, top 10.
Top 10 changes
Okay.
in your lifetime. Just sorry.
Top 10 good or bad changes in disability in our lifetimes. All right. So
Start with good or bad.
Get your head around that. I think you can do either. So Tracy, if you had to think of the top 10 changes in disability, good or bad, in your lifetime, what comes to the top? I'll say power.
Go ahead, Catherine. I think I cut you off.
Oh, I just number one thing is not just power wheelchairs, but technology.
Yeah.
I remember, a guy who tried with every breath of his life to avoid having to die by maid, Sean Taggart. He fought and fought and fought to stay at home and have home care. And when he couldn't get it, they wouldn't give him the 2 hours that he needed. He said it's a death sentence, and he requested, made a choice. Yeah, sure, a choice to have made. But Sean had advanced ALS, and he had his bedroom so full of technology, like his eyesight was going through. He had a huge screen. He had a dental suction machine that he was using independently. He had like everything in order to be able to live at home with his 12-year-old, I think, his
Nine or 12.
young son, whom he adored and who he lived for. And this is relevant. The point is that what he said to his Facebook group is, technology is our cure. And I know what he means. Like, technology keeps getting better as we keep getting more decrepit. And it's like, it's great. If technology moves, maybe we're just right on the cusp. So riding the wave of technology as it gets more and more powerful. But the other thing is, as that happens, it's getting more and more expensive. And none of it is covered. So maybe I would segue into one of the worst things, is that our social safety net has failed to keep up with our needs. What is a real need, a legitimate need. It's not a luxury to be able to turn the TV on in your own home. It's not a luxury to be able to lock your door. It's not a luxury to be able to open the door and get out if you have to. And where in Canada are these things available to everyone who needs them, or whose life would be made more dignified, whose flourishing would be more possible with them? You know, it's not a luxury to be able to make a phone call. So those are my top two, good and bad. Over to you, Tracy. Is Jane?
My the bad one, I think. Sorry, I'm just swallowing a muffin here. Is our loss of the vocational rehabilitation program. That was like one stop to get a whole basket of services organized. So for someone like me, leaving an institution, didn't even know, that when you open the cantaloupe, it wasn't rotten inside, that's what the seeds looked like, because I'd never seen one in whole form. But I was able to get my wheelchair, my income support. By that, I mean my sole sources of income, my schooling paid for, and everything I needed to go to school. So my books, my supplies, attendance service. If I was not living in where I was, I would be able to hire my own attendant. If I'd known what I was doing. But all of that was all together. And then, and of course, a payment for transportation. So over time, with that program being disbanded, it was felt that because there was like in Ontario, in Toronto, there was Real Trans. They didn't have to worry about paying for transportation because you would just take Real Trans. It was the cost of it was bus fare. And they thought you'd apply for a loan like any other student would for your tuition, your books, your supplies. And then your income was through ODSP. It was just felt like it wasn't needed. But it meant that from the perspective of someone with a disability, you had to go through multiple channels to get everything met and done. So I think the loss of that program as a way to coordinate your services is a loss. And the other thing on the plus side, I put a couple of things. I put certainly direct funding for attendance services as incredibly useful because you get to live wherever you want to live. You get to hire whoever you want to hire. As long as there's enough people out there in the job pool, you can find folks. And you're given a bank account with a float, so it's not like you have to pay for that and then get reimbursed later. It's like you've got a bank account open with your first couple of months of funding, and then as you use it, it gets replenished. So that program is very, very useful. I would definitely say that.